Here is a new kit for you all. I'm super excited. I know it has been a while since I've been on here. And this is That's Just Penny, and I am Penny. And I'm super excited to show the new kit that I've got. It is a heart pocket set with journal pages. Talk about something really quickly about standard print mode and ICM. A lot of the printers, like whenever I create, a lot of the designers will, when they print their proofs or whatever, they will print hopefully either in ICM mode, because Photoshop actually changes the colors for what your printer can actually do. This is standard. I don't know if you can tell or not, because the lighting in my little craft room is a little bit dim today. But this is standard mode. I don't know if you can tell. This is ICM mode. So let me get to the same sheet here. I wanted to do a brief little intro about ICM mode. It's an advanced setting on your printer. Image color management method determines how the printer handles color matching. ICM is a system used to define and control the colors on a printed document. When you print a photograph or document from your computer, a driver within the computer sends color information to the printer. The printer, in turn, needs this information in order to select which color to use in replicating and printing the image. Since all devices produce color in different ways, the ICM driver is important to make sure that your printer can interpret the colors of a picture or some other file in the same way your eyes do when you're looking at the file on a computer screen. Your monitor produces color using lights. Printers produce color using a mix of different ink colors on different types of paper. Color profiles on your computer are able to measure the exact colors being produced by a monitor at any given time. Color profiles in your printer define different shades so that it can be accurately reproduced on paper. ICM works with both sets of color profiles to make sure that the computer and the printer are on the same page, so to speak. For interpreting and producing colors, the benefits include printing high-quality photos as well as accuracy, matching the color. And it actually changes it to its original colors, okay? Now, original, what it's meant to be, like you see it on the screen. It'll do the best it can. But if you do it in standard mode, it's going to do what your printer just automatically overrides it, okay? So if you do an ICM mode, your printer is going to pick up, hey, look, it needs to be this color and not this color. Does that make any sense? Standard mode, you're going to get a little bit different color than what you think you're going to get from the screen. I hope that makes sense. Like, when it looks like this on the screen, but when you get it, it looks like this when you print it off, okay? Either one, whichever one you like. I mean, it's not really that much of a difference. But whenever you go, here's why you need to think about this. When you print on cardstock, a lot of the times when I print on cardstock standard, it looks nothing like the regular paper standard. Look at that. See, it's off. But when I print an ICM mode, which is an advanced setting for my printer, standard cardstock and ICM copy paper. You see the difference? Okay, so, but it matches more than copy paper and cardstock. I hope that makes sense. This doesn't really match, does it? And when you go put this in a book, you're like, oh, one's pink, one's peach. That don't really go well. Excuse the noise. That's the kids coming in and out. But when you print in ICM mode on regular copy paper, and then you print standard on cardstock, it's going to match. Okay, because some printers won't print, in ICM mode anyway. But if you put it on, like, cardstock setting, okay, so if you don't have ICM mode on your printer, and you want this pretty, what it prints like on standard, you want that on your copy machine too, your copy paper too, then you can print in print in cardstock, if that makes any sense. Cards, especially for the Epson. I have an Epson, so I just wanted to come on and hopefully I explained that correctly. So I printed this one in standard. Okay, standard cardstock. Printed this one in ICM advanced mode for copy, regular copy paper, regular weight paper. Okay, I hope that makes sense. It matches better than just printing standard. Look at the standard. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It's beautiful. I love the peach colors. But this is more of a vintage pink. Do you see the difference? This is peachy. This is pinky. Okay? So I hope you can see the difference between standard and ICM and standard and copy and standard in... Okay, so this is standard regular paper, standard cardstock. Can you see the difference? They don't quite match, do they? And I'm like, okay. So I went and changed to ICM mode for my regular paper, and then it matched my cardstock paper. I hope that makes sense. So either one. So if you have standard on your printer and you print on cardstock, and then you notice that when you print on regular paper, it really doesn't match. So if you don't have ICM mode, then the best thing for you to do is print in the cardstock for the paper. Even though you got regular paper in there, you can push cardstock and it will print in similar colors. Okay, I hope that makes sense if your printer does not do ICM. Now, on my YouTube channel, there is ICM information of how you can be doing that. And if you do change your settings, I am not liable. You do that on your own risk.